Good afternoon. Welcome to Careers with Kavita. I, Kavita Agarwal, a Green Belt certified career counselor from University of California in Los Angeles and Univariety. Today, I'm here with a very special child, a child who is miraculous. She has scored 98.4 percentage in her 10th ICSE exams. And let's have a chit-chat round with Kritika Tantia, daughter of Kavita Tantia. So, not to take much of time, Kritika, tell us how stressed were you during the exams?
Like when the exams had started, then like I think slowly when first 2 3 papers went, so I felt okay, this is much easier than what we've done in school. So I actually felt like okay, I know the answers and I know what to do. So I think after giving like both the English papers and history and all, I gained confidence.
Tell us, how did you start your preparation for your board exams and when did you start it?
I started doing, I mean, as the school session started, I was doing maths and all, like revising and all from starting only. But then I think properly, specifically for boards, it was like from I think November, because we had pre-boards starting from December. So I think that time was the most crucial time, like trying to finish everything.
Any tips you have for students right now who are in class 10? How should they make their notes and how should they strategize their time management for completing their studies?
I think like I saw many people in my class also, they were focusing on referring to other books and all. But I think like doing your own school's textbook, like well versed it, like just go through it completely, like properly, then that will be helpful in itself only. But then you start solving the previous year papers. And I think like solving pre-board papers of different schools also really helped me, like for maths and even computer.
To be thorough with what is given to you rather than referring to a lot of text.
Exactly.
So, Kritika, I'm sure there must be a lot of distractions. There must be some social gatherings, parties, outings where your family is going, your friends are partying. So, how did you cope up with that?
Like I was actually, I wouldn't say that I was at home the whole of class 10. I did go out with my friends. I did go, like there was a wedding in my family, so I did attend that and all. So all of that, I think till summer break it is fine, like you can actually go out and all. So after that, since July August starts, I mean, you should go, you can't just be at home the whole time, but a little less than compared to what normally you do. So I think that was that. And even like social, like I mean, distractions wise, I mean, we all have phones and technology, and I mean, everybody has iPads, laptops, and all to distract them. So I think like you cannot, I think just like from the starting, just making it zero will make you more stressed, and it'll actually make you tired till the end of the year. So when the board ka period comes, you'll actually be more tired then. So gradually, like in the starting of the year, be or like you should use your phones, like, but then like as the time goes, then dheere dheere thoda kam kar do. So then that will be beneficial.
Okay. So, Kritika, what about hours of study? What highlight would you like to throw? Were you a late night study student or early morning?
I think it was both for me. So in the starting, I was like that. I think the best way, like if you're a late night learner, I think I found that much more convenient, because I used to feel very stressed. Like, if I had to wake up the next day and do something, I always preferred like जो भी करने रात को मतलब खत्म करके so and then मतलब get on with the next day. Because I think otherwise there was so much built-in stress. Oh no, if I don't finish it in the morning. So that's why I think the only advice is just that, I mean, try finishing everything as fast as possible and go to sleep.
So, what about exam anxiety that students of today are facing? I'm sure some of your friends might have. And if you have
I think
experienced,
the exam anxiety, it gradually kind of gets lesser. I mean, I had to be very honest. Like for the first board exam, it was English language, so there was no like particular syllabus you had to cover the day before and all. So it shouldn't be that stressful. But since it was the first board exam and being in 10, I couldn't sleep. Like I had gone to sleep very early, like by 9:30, 10, but I couldn't sleep till like 1 o'clock. Adds on to that. So I think if you have a person you can talk to, or like actually, my mom had actually come to my room and she was sitting with me, and then when I went to sleep, then she left. So if you have, like, you can tell your parents to do that with you.
that is super cute, Kritika. A supportive family indeed is a pillar for anyone to crack the toughest of things. So, Kritika, throw some light on making notes. How did you make your notes for social sciences as well as your science subjects?
I think notes for science is the most important there is, because just studying from notes makes it really helpful. Because science, I mean, the chapter like in physics and all, it's vast, but then actually you don't have to go through every line. It takes a lot of time. So the notes are really helpful. So I think what I used to do is that, I mean, I did have my tuition teachers. So, notes they used to make and all I used to make with them. That was different. But I think besides that also, I used to go through I used to go through YouTube, and I used to go through tutorials there about like of chapters, like, and then they used to explain it again. So I think, understanding it twice. So while they were explaining, actually that was the time when I used to make my notes. So that really helped me. It was like a recap from them. After I did it with my tuition teacher, I used to go through YouTube, the same like a video on a chapter, like specifically. So, and then I used to sit and make my notes. And that the YouTube videos were available for science. History, geography, I didn't find that many videos and all. So history, geography, actually, it was more like geography, like since the chapters were so long. So I kind of tried to keep going through it in the starting of the year only. So, and trying answering the give reason questions, because in geography we have these like analytical questions. So going through that.
Okay. So, what do you aim to become, Kritika?
I have not really decided like what exactly I want to do or which profession I would like to continue in. But I think since I have taken commerce in 11, 12, so commerce, and I also have computer science as my sixth subject. So I'm thinking maybe something in business or in finance and technology. So maybe something with that combination, or maybe eco stats, something like
So, you have broken the myth of toppers going to science.
that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Was
I think I always really liked science like as a subject, because it was more like you didn't have to learn anything, and I like the subjects where you have to actually use your brains, and like you have to understand more than and grasp the information more than just mug up. I have always been more of like a curious learner type of person. But the only thing was that I was sure that I did not want to go into doctor or engineering, and I found thing like commerce and mathematics. I mean, I wanted to do that math, stats, eco. So this combination would be easier by commerce. So
yes. So, as per we counselors, commerce, humanities, or science all stand in the same level, and careers with any of the combinations booms once you are focused. You get into the best of the university for that particular career option, and you work hard for it later on, of course. So it is then that your career booms, and of course, there are many vocational career options also available now, and students are going for that. So this myth breaking is happening, and I'm proud that today there is another topper who has, just topped and picked up commerce as a combination and gone with what your heart says and not with what the general norms of the society are. So Kritika,
yeah,
tell
I
me.
did have many people asking me, why didn't you take science? Why didn't you take science? But I told them that it's not necessary that if you get good marks in science till 10 or something, you have to take it in 11, 12.
Some highlights on your extracurricular activities that you were talking about.
Like, so right now in school, I'm in the basketball school team, and I do tennis and play golf also. So I used to like do all of these sports together in class 9, but since 10 there was more pressure. So I gradually had to stop going for tournaments for golf because it was more time consuming. And but I still do debates and MUNs. They really keep me interested. And in school I participate in like whatever inter school and inter house competitions are there, like fests or whatever it may be. So I'm really interested in like public speaking as well as sports, and like the art side also. Like I really love painting and art since I was a child. So in my free time, before I used to do it like on a regular basis, but now in my free time whenever I feel like.
That is amazing. So, would you like to tell our students about what MUN is?
MUN is actually Model United Nations. It's basically like how we all know how the United Nations functions. So it's the same, but it's actually just, I mean, it's done for children, or like basically to grasp the concept of what happens in the United Nations.
So MUN is internationally recognized, and I'm sure it carries on a lot of credit to your profile, being a part of MUN, and especially if you have won a competition participating in MUN, so it adds a lot on to your profile. And college admission teams, when they go through the profile and they find you as a debater at MUN, it of course increases the confidence and gives them an indication that this child is a perfect public speaker for sure. That's why she's there in the MUN team. A message for students who will be sitting for grade 10 exams this year.
I think I would just like to tell them that, like, you don't need to be stressed. And whenever, like, I think teachers also mention the board year part a lot in school, that now you have to be serious, it's your board year. Then parents, and I mean, if relatives, they don't know, like, the ones who are very far, they don't know you're in 10. So but when they come to know that you're in class 10, they'll put the board year pressure on you too, like just by conversing about it, but not intentionally. So I think that don't give into the stress, because if you do, I think, like, stress actually makes your exams go worse, because you have a built-in that, oh, I have to get 100 on this paper. So you get more like eager, and I think you tend to make more mistakes when you're stressed. So if you just keep a calm mind, and I mean, it's very normal, like everybody gets anxious, everybody has stress. So it's not just you, there are like all over India, everybody's giving board exams. So everybody's in the same situation, no matter how well prepared or how prepared they are. It's like everybody's in the same boat. So you are, it's not like you're the only one going through that. So just think that, okay, my friend is also going through that, everybody's going through. Some people, is just that some people don't show it, like they can hide it better. So you think, oh, she's so confident, like on the exam day when you see your friends, maybe you could see, oh, the one person is like very, you can see it on their face, they're nervous. On the others, you cannot see that. But internally, everybody's nervous. It's just that few don't show it that well. So it's fine, everybody gets nervous. Just think of what you have to do, and when you wake up in the morning, like just revise. And you do not need to like think, oh my god, what will be in the paper. You just revise you have done your part. Now what will come in the paper is, you'll get to know it when you sit for the exam. So you don't need to think what will come in the paper, just be prepared with your syllabus. So all the best for that.
Thank you, Kritika. So we have two very big takeaways from you. One, to keep calm and not to be stressed during your exams. And second is revise whatever you have done very well. And do not think of what questions would appear or what you would answer. Just go through the concept, and whatever you have studied before the exam, just thoroughly brush this up. So Kritika,
And prioritizing also helps a lot, like that, okay, this topic is of great volume, so prioritizing to that topic really helps.
so that is selecting what you want to study, the exam pattern questions
Like
they
in
have.
the morning, yeah, exactly. So in the morning, that I can't finish all my 20 chapters or 25 chapters just in a span of an hour. So that, oh, I'm not that confident with that part, so go through that again, or prioritize. Oh, I know this part, like some question or the other will definitely come from this. There are few things that we know that, okay, isme se to pakka aayega, ye chapter mein se to pakka aayega. So go through that well, so you are more confident when the part comes and when the options come, so you can choose better.
Okay, Kritika, thank you so much for being there with us today. And I feel immensely proud of you because of two reasons. One, your marks, and second, you are a dear friend's daughter. So talking to you gives me another bridge in connection with you. And we wish you all the best, Kritika. And I wish to interview again after your class 12 results. So put that in your list and be ready for your next set of exams. And all the best, Kritika. Thank you so much for being there with us today.
Thank you so much. Right now, like I'll have to give CUET.